Dear students, I am Fatima Akhtar, lecturer Food and Nutrition, Department of Food and Nutrition, College of Home Economics, Azimpur, Dhaka. Welcome to my online class, Food and Nutrition 102. Today's topic is breastfeeding. Now, some key points for breastfeeding. Breast milk is the natural milk for the infant, and the infant should be put the breast within half an hour after normal delivery and within 4 hours after cesarean sections. Predactal food like honey and still water or glucose shouldn't be given, as this food reduces vigor suck and may lead to diarrhea and helminthic infection. Breastfeeding can be initiated even when the mother is sedated, that means in unconscious mood or on intravenous fluids. Now, colostrum. At first, we know what is colostrum. During the first 2-3 days, watery and yellowish fluid that comes from the mammary glands differ from the regular milk is called colostrum, and it is secreted in small quantity, that is about 10 to 40 ml. And the colostrum fat content of colostrum is less than mature milk, and the concentration of lactose is also less. But zinc content of the colostrum is 20 mg per liter, whereas mature milk, cow's milk, buffalo milk or any other milk, 2.6 mg per liter. Colostrum is the first immunization of the infant. Now the table composition of colostrum. You can see the two parts of the table. One is nutrient and another is amount. First of all, nutrient. The energy total 58 kilocalorie content colostrum, fat 2.9 gram, calcium 31 milligram, phosphorus 14 milligram, iron 0.09 milligram, protein 2.7 gram, lactose carbohydrate 5.3 gram, carotene 186 international unit, and vitamin A 296 international unit. Here we see 10 facts of breastfeeding. World Health Organization recommended 10 steps of breastfeeding. Now I will discuss the 10 steps of breastfeeding in your lecture. First, number 1, World Health Organization recommends. World Health Organization strongly recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life. Exclusive breastfeeding means not a single drop of water within first 6 months should be given to the babies. And this breastfeeding should complement breastfeeding for after 2 years or more. In addition, breastfeeding should begin within 1 hour of birth. Breastfeeding should be on demand. As often as the child wants, day or night, and whenever they want. Bottles or practitioners should be avoided. Bottle feeding cannot be given. It is harmful for the infant and causes diarrhea, helminthic infections, and many other diseases. Now, number 2, health benefits for infants. Obviously, breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding is beneficial for infants. As we know, breast milk is the ideal food for newborns and infants, and it gives infant all the nutrients they need for the healthy development. And it is safe and contains antibodies which helps protect from their body from illness such as diarrhea and pneumonia, and these two diseases causes the child's mortality worldwide, and it protects if the baby breastfeed exclusively. Our breast milk is readily available and affordable, which helps to ensure that infants get adequate substance. Now, number 3, benefits for mothers. Breastfeeding is not only beneficial for infants but also for mothers. Now, we'll see what benefits carry for the mothers. Number 1, the practice when done exclusively often induces a lack of menstruation. That means exclusive breastfeeding time means the menstruation was ceased or off for 6 months, which is a natural or not for fail-safe natural method of birth control, and introduces risks of breast and ovarian cancer, which is very common in today's female, But if a mother exclusively breastfeed their children, then they reduces from health and ovarian cancer later in their life, and helps women return to their pre-pregnancy weight gain and lower risk of obesity. Number 4, long-term benefits for children. When a children breastfeed for a long time, especially for 2 years from the beginning of the day, then that will also carry some benefits for children. It is lifetime for good health, and it also lower risk of overweight, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. And also breastfeed babies perform better in the intelligence test. Now, number 5, why not infant formula? We know infant formula isn't good for the baby, and if a mother start to give a baby infant formula, that will may cause different health problems, as the infant formula doesn't contain antibodies, which contains a lot of amount in colostrum and breast milk. And the water that is mixed with infant formula, if the water is unsafe, that it may causes health problems or foodborne illness. And also, if the formula is used but becomes unavailable, when unavailable, a return to the breastfeeding may not be an option due to diminished breast milk production. Number 6, HIV and breastfeeding. For HIV positive carrier mothers, World Health Organization recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the 6 months unless replacement feeding is acceptable, feasible, affordable, sustainable, and safe. Number 7, regulating breast milk substitutes. We know that there are many breast milk substitutes are available in our market, not only in our local market but also available in the worldwide. For this regulating breast milk substitutes, international codes regulate the marketing of breast milk substitutes were adopted in 1981. In this international regulation code 1981 contains some principles. Here we describe some principles, that is all formula levels and information to state the benefits of the breastfeeding and the health risks of substitutes. No promotion of breast milk substitutes. No free samples of substitutes, infant formula, to be given to the pregnant mothers or their families, and no distribution of free or subsidized substitutes to health workers, facilitators, or doctors. Number 8, support for mothers is essential. Exclusive breastfeeding especially is supported for the beginners, and also for the working mother must be supported. At the beginners, they don't know how to breastfeed their babies, and maybe causes causes some problem. This is nipple pain and fear that there is not enough milk to sustain the baby are common, and health facilities that support breastfeeding by the making trained breastfeeding counselors and available to the mothers for what? Encourage higher rates of the practice and to support and improve care of mothers and newborns. There are now more than 20,000 baby-friendly facilities in 152 countries thanks to World Health Organization and UNICEF initiative. Now, work and breastfeeding. Work and breastfeeding. World Health Organization recommends that a new mother should have at least 16 weeks of absence from the work after delivery to be able to rest and breastfeed their child. 16 versus mandatory to rest their bodies and to exclusively breastfeed their child. But many working women go back their work abandoned exclusive breastfeeding before the recommended 6 months. There is some reasons why they go back to their work, as they do not have sufficient time or an adequate place to breastfeed or express and store their milk at their work. So mothers need access to a safe, clean and private place in or near their workplaces to continue the practice. And last step, step 10, the next step, phasing in new foods. After completing the 9 steps and after completing the 6 months, baby should introduce a new food that is called complementary food. And World Health Organization phasing the new foods, and there are 10 steps of breastfeeding to meet the growing child needs at babies at 6 months of age. And complementary food should be introduced as the continue of breastfeed, and foods that can be specially prepared or modified for family foods. Family food is recommended for the complementary feeding of the infants at the very beginning, and you should maintain the pungent, taste, spicy, excess oil or pungent taste should be avoided, and that could be harmful for the infants, as their stomach isn't ready to digest this spicy, pungent and excessive oil. And World Health Organization notes that breastfeeding shouldn't be decreased when starting complementary feeding. During complementary feeding, breast milk have to be started or continued. Complementary food should be given with a spoon or a cup, not in a bottle, as bottle is harmful for the infant. Food should be clean, safe and locally available. I know these are family foods, and in our local market or any other places when they live and their community surroundings. Ample time is needed for young children to learn to eat solid foods. So that's all about today's lectures. Thank you all.